Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wanted Fugitives, your Crime Stoppers show. I'm Sergeant Melony Peterson.
And I'm Amber Southard.
Hope everybody had a good break. We had a phenomenal month in December. January has not slowed one bit.
Not at all. The business is picking up.
Every day, literally, we get new information that more fugitives have been arrested. These are just a few of the people that have been arrested based off your tips and your help. We appreciate it. All right, welcome back.
Yeah.
Well, before we get started, as we always do, we do want to say thank you and, of course, show our appreciation for all of our tipsters out there. We're always wanting new ones, though. So for anybody just tuning in and have never provided a tip to Crime Stoppers, I want to tell you about the 3 ways in which you can do so.
Yep.
Crime Stoppers, of course, is a 100% anonymous program.
Best part of it. Nobody even knows.
Absolutely, and we take that very seriously.
Yes.
You will never be asked your name, and you will never ever have to appear in court. And it's just that simple. And a lot of people go, well, how can I do it? Well, we have a 24-hour-a-day call center that's open 365 days a year. You can call that number at 433-STOP or 433-7867. And like I said, that's, I guess, the most traditional way.
And of course, that is the most popular way, is calling that 433-STOP. I think I repeat that number so much. It's so much fun to say anyways that I think I say it in my sleep. Probably my husband's probably like, stop.
I'm pretty sure I've dreamed about that number.
Yeah, we get it. But the thing is when you call that number, because we're not never, ever, ever going to ask your name, your name will never be asked. Let me get that out. That's a tongue twister. But you will be assigned a number. That number, hang on to it, keep it with you at all times, know that number, because that is how you will identify with the tip.
That's right.
You don't have that number, you don't get the tip. So
there's no way to retrieve it.
And there's nothing, if you lose it, there's nothing we can do, there's nothing anybody can do. That tip is now lost, that reward is now lost for you. And I hate that. And it happens, and I hate it. So disclaimer, keep the number.
Keep it safe.
Yes.
And the other way that you and I both agree of slowly becoming the favorite, the go-to, is of course the P3 Tips app. You can go online at www.p3tips.com, or it's also available in a mobile app.
Yeah, on Android or iPhone. And the cool thing about that app is, let's say you're at a grocery store and you're like, I think I recognize that person from the Wanted Fugitives show or from Will of Fugitives. They look kind of familiar. You can try to covertly take a photo and you can upload it to that app. And it gets sent directly to Crime Stoppers that way.
Yeah, and you literally can text your information. You
don't have to talk to anybody. You can text.
Makes it
we
mobile.
love that these days. My phone rings, it scares me these days.
Yeah.
Who's calling me?
It's like, what? Oh my gosh. Wow, this is very old
I know.
School. Yeah.
It's crazy, but it's so funny how we've all adapted to texting. It makes it so much easier. So yes, that's a great way to do it as well.
We do try to make it convenient. And finally, those that would like to learn more about Crime Stoppers or Gulf Coast Crime Stoppers, you can visit their website at gulfcoastcrimestoppers.org. And the right-hand corner of that page, you can just simply click on Submit a Tip, and it'll send you right through P3. Just like Amber said, don't lose that tip ID number. That's your ticket to reward information.
Very, very important.
Absolutely. Do you want to remind everybody that all of the Wanted Fugitives and Deadbeats today are wanted as of January the 23rd of 2019. We do ask, because people never like to go to jail.
No, who does?
They do not.
Yeah.
All we really need you to do as a tipster or a private citizen, just reach out. If you see one fugitive in the city, contact the Pensacola Police Department. If you see someone within the county, call the sheriff's office. That's simple. We don't ask that you make contact with these people.
No, and a lot of these people, you'll understand why as we start going through their charges, can be considered dangerous. You don't ever, ever, ever want to put yourself or anybody that you know in a situation like that. The deputies and the police officers with PPD are very trained. That's their job. So let them handle it. If you don't want the reward, again, you can call PPD or the sheriff's office 436-9620, or you can if you do want the reward, obviously Crime Stoppers. We talked about those 3 ways, 433-STOP. There I go again.
Absolutely.
It rolls right off the tongue.
So easy. Can't forget it.
That's it.
But definitely, when we do encourage everyone out there to get involved, and we're very adamant about that. We go to great lengths, Amber and I both, to not only promote Crime Stoppers, but to keep you informed.
Yeah, to educate.
Of all the wanted fugitives. When we spin the wheel each week, Amber makes sure that chosen, the winner of the wheel, so to speak, I mean, you put them on the digital billboards.
Yeah, they're
social
everywhere.
media, everywhere. So we definitely want to keep everybody informed. With that being said, we'll go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
Again, these wanted fugitives are wanted as of January the 23rd, 2019. Our first one, of course, is Stephanie Bowden. Stephanie's 25 years old. She's 5'3", 200 pounds. She's wanted for grand theft, and Stephanie has a bond of $5,000.
I mean, she's old enough to know that's not okay. I mean... and she's young enough to get this taken care of and turn your life around, Stephanie. You're so young. There's so much you can do.
Yeah. So I want everybody to be sure, pay attention to these pictures because, take a long, hard look. Her hair may have changed somewhat. But, I mean, I think people out there, somebody knows her.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody went to school with her. Yeah. Might be related to her.
Might know where she's at.
Yeah.
Stephanie don't have to know that you've called Crime Stoppers.
Not at all.
All right, our next wanted fugitive is Carissa Clark. Carissa is 31. She's 5'4", 160 pounds. Carissa, like Stephanie, is wanted for grand theft, but she's also wanted for additional charges of fraud and swindling. Carissa has a bond of $7,500. We spoke about this last show, that a lot of the crimes that we see today involve a lot of fraud.
Grand
theft.
People are out there that are waiting to take advantage, and so you have to be on your A game and make sure that you know that you're putting steps in place to make sure that not only your bank account's safe, but your home's safe too, your vehicle. So you got to lock your doors. A lot of this is preventable on the other side of it, and unfortunately there's always going to be people out there that want to take advantage and break the law. So the truth of the matter. So just make sure that you take those steps as well. And Chris, if you're watching this, come on. You know where we're at, 1700 West Leonard Street. Come on down. You saw yourself on Wanted Fugitives. You want to do the right thing.
That's right. Our next wanted fugitive is Melinda Davis. Melinda is 45. She's 5 foot, 130 pounds. She's wanted for burglary with a bond of $2,500.
Now, Melinda has a neck tattoo, and I will say it, we do like to see that kind of stuff. The neck tattoos, face tattoos, those are stuff that kind of draw the attention to the person, and you see it and you're like, hey, I remember I saw that neck tattoo, and Melinda was the only one I've ever really seen a picture of with that same tattoo. So it makes it an easier identifier. She could change her hair, she could change her makeup, different clothes, that tattoo's going to be there.
Absolutely.
So you recognize Melinda or her neck tattoo. Come on, turn her in.
Our next wanted fugitive is Frederick Dennis. Frederick is 38 years old. He's 6 foot tall, 187 pounds. And Frederick is wanted for fraud and dealing in stolen property with a bond of $4,000.
Frederick needs a new mugshot.
Yeah.
I'm advocating for that. It's blurry. It's hard to see him. He needs a new mugshot. And the only way to do that is if somebody turns him in or he turns himself in.
Yeah, well, and a lot of these charges really kind of resonate with me. He's not only willing to go so far as to commit fraud, that doesn't bother him. He'll take it a step further and then try to turn around and gain an additional profit from the things that he has taken and committed fraud again. I mean, it's just ridiculous. and a bond of $4,000. And, you know, he's 38 years old, like you said many times. He's a grown man. He knows right from wrong. He knows that he wouldn't appreciate his property getting taken.
No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody would. Any of these people you're sitting right here, somebody was to steal from them, oh, Lord, they would
lose their mind.
Yeah. But here they are, doing it to other people.
Unfortunate. Our next one, a fugitive, is Jody Hall. Jody's 52 years old, and he's wanted for vehicle theft. He's 5'10", 200 pounds, and a bond of $1,500. Wow.
Now, you knew that car was not yours.
Next one, a fugitive, is Jacinda Harris. Jacinda's 31. She's 5'2", 129 pounds. She's wanted for fraud, failure to redeliver hired or leased property, and she has a bond of $1,500. All I like to say about this is do not go to Buddy's Rental Center. Do not go to any rental place, business, and get a living room set that you don't plan on paying for. It's a third-degree felony, folks.
Isn't that crazy? Something like a mattress or a coffee table
Or a PlayStation 4.
and you don't pay it back because you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the contract you sign. That's what you say you're doing, is that you're going to pay. And then you don't, and now you got a third-degree felony.
Right.
For something as dumb as that. That is...
And you're going to have to pay back that money in court cost and restitution or while on probation. So you've opened yourself up to the door to get violated for the most minute things.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not worth it. If you don't plan on buying the stuff, don't go and enter into a contract, and then when you default on that contract, return the property. It's just that simple.
You know, I can imagine the conversation like, hey, what'd you do to get in here? Oh, I didn't pay on my mattress.
Yeah. I stole a washer.
Yeah, don't be that person. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
Just be a good person.
There you go.
Yes.
Our next one, a fugitive, is Anthony Johnson. Anthony's 25 years old. He's 5'10", 160 pounds. And Anthony is wanted for a failure to appear, and he doesn't have a bond on that.
So I noticed on Anthony's shirt, he has a Reptar from the Rugrats. I kind of do. I like his shirt, Anthony. I like your shirt.
I do like your shirt.
But you need to turn yourself in, or somebody out there needs to. And
absolutely. Yeah. Well, we just got our first signal that it's time for a break. So while we're out on break, you know, be sure and check out the Crime Stoppers Facebook page and like us, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody visited that Facebook page.
Yep.
Crime Stoppers as well. Liked us. Invite your friends to like us.
Yep. There's always people out there that we're looking for that's on that page being advertised, as well as the Pensacola Police Department's Facebook page and the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. To keep up to date, follow any of those 3 Facebook pages and you'll know what's going on.
Absolutely. Good information. All right, we're going to jump back into it so we can finish this portion up. Our next one, a fugitive, is Brandon Jones. He's 33, 6 foot tall, 350 pounds. Wow, big boy. Grand theft, fraud, and swindle with a bond of $2,000. He looks quite shocked.
He looks surprised. Yeah. Like, I don't
Like, what
know.
happened?
Why am I here? What's going on? Well, we just told you. That's why. I mean, and
words, Brandon.
yeah, and sorry, that's part of it.
Absolutely.
That's part of it. I wonder what his next mugshot's going. I'm waiting for it.
I'm not sure. I look forward to it too. Yes. Our next one, a fugitive, is Jade Jordan. Jade is 24. She's 5'7", 140 pounds. She's wanted for a failure to appear. And Jade, as with all failure to appears, doesn't get a bond.
This one gets me every time we hear it. All Jade had to do, all anybody with a failure, show up to court at the time they tell you. Be there on time. be ready. There's no telling. The judge could have cut her so much slack. There could have been, like, she could have been done. There could have been nothing else.
Could have been something very small.
Just very minuscule. And now what she's done is she has disrespected a judge. They don't like that. You disrespected their time. Yeah. You disrespected your attorney's time if they were there. They don't like that. So now you've got no bond, and it's even worse. And this doesn't go away. You can't just keep not showing up and running from it. It's going to catch up to you eventually. So, Jade, at this point, the best thing you could do is turn yourself in.
And apologize.
Yes, profusely.
Our next one, a fugitive, is Delary McGraw. He's 34. He's 6'4", 209 pounds. Wow. Delarian's wanted for possession of cocaine, possession of drugs, controlled substance without a prescription, with a bond of $8,000.
Sounds like Delarian's got a problem, and he needs some help, and hopefully there's some people that are willing to help him, but the only way he can get help is if he helps himself first and goes ahead and gets this cleared up, and maybe check into some rehab there for him.
Yeah, and making some major life changes.
Yes.
Next one, a fugitive, is Stephen Paul McWilliams. Stephen's 48. He's 6'1", 150 pounds. Wow, he's wanted for aggravated battery and kidnapping with a bond of $61,000.
So this is what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. This is the exact person you do not want to walk up to. Obviously, his charges say he's been violent before. Kidnapping, you don't want anything to do with that. So if you do see Stephen out there, you do recognize him, give us a call.
That's right.
Let the professionals handle it. Yes, because he does not need to be on the street. I think we can all agree with those charges. Does not need to be out there.
Next one, a fugitive, is Gary Mitchell. Gary's 39, 5'7", 165 pounds, and he's wanted for burglary with a bond of $7,000. You know, keep what's yours, lock your doors.
Yep. And you know, it's crazy every day when we come in and we see the reports of the unlocked doors. It's people like Gary that are probably taking advantage of those unlocked doors. So make it harder for them. I mean, yeah, sometimes you might be sitting home like, my window is smashed. What are you talking about? Yes, that does happen, and that's unfortunate, but at least you knew you took the steps to make them work a little harder to get your stuff. Or don't keep things laying out in your car. Don't keep valuables. Please do not keep your firearms in your vehicles. That's how you always see these convicted felons where they get a charge of, felon with a firearm. The way they're getting these is because they're stealing them, and so let's just make it a little more difficult for them.
Absolutely. Next one, a fugitive, is Shirley Perry. Shirley's 48, 5'10", 150 pounds, and Shirley is wanted for possession of a controlled substance without a prescription with a bond of $1,000. And, just like you pointed out about Delarian, better life choices.
Yeah.
Shirley, get some help.
And like I said, the first way to go do that is go ahead and get this taken care of, and then start making different life choices. Get some help.
Absolutely. Our next one, a fugitive, is Zella Richmond. Zella is 44. She's 5'7", 175 pounds. My goodness. Zella's wanted for fraud, failure to deliver hired or leased property with a bond of $2,500. I wonder if her and Jacinda entered into their contracts on the very same day.
They might have gone in there and bought matching bedroom sets or living room sets.
You 44, girl. You know you're supposed to pay people. If you go and buy something, especially leasing it, and you don't want it anymore, you return it. You can't keep it and not pay for it.
No, that's not how it works. That's not the program.
We learned that real young.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. Not judging.
No.
Okay, our final one of fugitives of this segment is Clarence Taylor. Clarence is 50 years old. He's 5'8", 220 pounds, and wow. Possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, another bond of $2,500. We don't want this type of trend in our community. We want people to get the help that they need.
There's tons of programs out there.
Tons of programs.
That way you don't end up on here.
Yeah, and so we do hope everybody makes a better choice, gets the help, and let's turn this around. We don't want that in the community.
No.
We want our community to be safe, healthy, and happy.
Absolutely. I like that.
Yeah, and with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to you, Amber. You've got a whole list yourself to work on.
I do. We've got a list of deadbeat parents. Let's go ahead and hop right on into that. Our first one on the list is going to be Terrence Airley. He's got a purge amount of just a little more, than $2,240. That's we're starting off the bat. The highest
Yeah.
purge amount of this episode is going to be here with Terrence. So I always like to remind people that, yes, Terrence owes money, but you got to think about the kids that weren't getting it. So there's children involved in this, and that's the worst.
Yeah.
Come on, Terrence, pay your stuff. Then we've got Jandy Brazen. We know Jandy.
Yeah. Love that money sign tattoo.
That's it. She's in a way. Jandy, we've seen you on Will of Fugitives.
Yeah.
We've seen you on Wanted Fugitives. We've seen you on the billboards. We've seen Jandy. I'm sick of seeing Jandy.
Now we've seen him on the dead parent.
Deadbeat parent.
Deadbeat parent list.
That's it. Jandy, take care of this. Get it done. He's got a purge amount of a little more than $1,500. That doesn't go away. It keeps racking up, Jandy. It's just going to keep climbing.
That's right.
Our next one is going to be Willie Holton with a purge amount, 38 years old, with a purge amount of $670. Do the right thing, Willie. Take care of your kids.
Yeah.
Then we've got Jesse Carroll, 37 years old, with a purge amount of a little more than $2,000. Should be easy to kind of spot out.
He's in a contest with Terrence.
He is. There you go. And that's not the contest you want to be
No,
a part of.
no.
It's not the one you want to win. So, again, it just doesn't go away. And we get it. Some people fall in hard times. That's the thing. We completely understand. It happens. It really does. And when it does happen to you, or if it is happening to you and you've got something like this,
Communicate with the court.
you tell them, look, I'm having problems getting a job, or this is as much as I'm making and I can't make these payments. They will work out a system for you that works well for
Yes.
you and your children. But if you don't say anything, then they don't know, and it keeps growing like this, and you end up like a Terrence or a Jandy or Jesse. You don't want to do that. Our next one is Cordell Miller, 31 years old, with a purge amount of $770. Also, 3 active warrants for this one. Violation of probation for possession of a controlled substance, resisting without violence, possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana under 20 grams, and possession of drug equipment, destroying evidence with no bond. So, with that said, this one will kind of maybe get you a little more reward if you turn him in than the normal deadbeat parent. So not only is he a deadbeat parent, he's committed some crimes there too.
And this is what it just infuriates me. And I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Cordell, you owe back child support. You were already on probation for a possession of a controlled substance. Then you got a new charge and some additional charges. You know, and these were all in different times. I mean, I see a pattern here.
It just keeps racking him up. Somebody turn him in, or Cordell will do the right thing.
Yeah.
Our next one's going to be Kelly Cachell, 31 years old, with a purge amount of $820. I'm sorry, she's 42 years old with a purge amount of $820. So if anybody recognizes her, let's go ahead and turn her in.
Deadbeat list don't discriminate.
It doesn't, and a lot of people think it's only going to be men. No, it's women too. Our next one's going to be Tasha Fowler with a purge amount of a little more than $1,000 there. So if anybody recognizes Tasha, let's go ahead and turn her in. Then we've got Lester Simmons, 35 years old, with a purge amount of $510. Another neck tattoo there.
Yeah.
Lester, come on now.
Tighten up. Crime Stoppers rules apply to deadbeat parent list as well. Call in if you know the location. If they're arrested, then you get a reward. Deadbeat parents, just if there's just the warrant itself, it's a $150 reward.
That's it. And we've got some upcoming events that are going on we want to remind people of. We got our Citizens Law Enforcement Academy. That's going to be January 31st. It's an 8-week course, and it's so much fun. It gives you an inside look at your Escambia County Sheriff's Office, what we do here, any questions you may have, and stuff that might affect you in your neighborhood, you can ask. It's a great program to go through. I suggest that anybody that lives here in Escambia County sign up for it, whether it be with us or PPD. Ours just happens to be on January 31st. And to sign up, you can go to our website at escambiaso.com. You can also give us a call at 436-9630 or come on down to the front office and fill out one of those applications. We're located at 1700 West Leonard Street.
That's right.
And so we've got a bunch of programs that are coming up. We actually just finished a neighborhood watch and a safety in the place of worship, but we've got more coming around the corner, so if you missed those, don't worry about it. And our next Safety in the Place of Worship is going to be March 26th. So to sign up for those two, escambiaso.com.
And everybody, this concludes your Wanted Fugitives show. Have a safe week, and we'll see you back next week.
Yep.